Afternoon everyone. It is Tuesday the 4th. No, Tuesday the 3rd. Apologies. December. I wasn't going to make a video with Dexter again because, as I've said, I'm sure everybody is fed up of seeing him. But I've had two requests, one from Niall and one from, I think this is right, Evelyn. Anyway, they were just asking how I break down a session. So, as you can see at the moment, he's bouncing around because I've got a dummy in my hand. So straight away when he's bouncing around, that dummy goes away. So normally, how I break it down would be, if I was out somewhere with low grass, I would go and place the tennis ball at the end of the long grass first, and then go back to try and get him out. Now, as I've said in previous videos, he has to walk to heel before he gets anything. This field is opposite my house. So literally, I've got him out the trot. We've taken 3 steps and we're here. So I've made him walk to heel for like 5-10 steps. Let him off. But just to break down his normal day, come on, get on. Is in the mornings before my work day starts, Dexter and Billy, we come over here, they have 10-15 minutes where they just run round. Blast a bit of energy off, I just zigzag a little bit. Simple, the only obedience I do in the mornings is I blow the whistle, they go too far. And when I've picked up the poo and I go to the bin, I make them sit about 20 steps away and they have to stay there till I've been to poo bin and back, and then I praise them and release them. Very simple, basic stuff, every day's the same. When I'm out and about, I try and use whatever environment I've got for training. So as you notice with him now, he's paying less attention to me, which is what I want. I want him to disengage. I don't want to just be all about the dummy. But there's nowhere here really he can hunt. There's no cover, there's no long grass. So in answer to the questions from Niall and Evelyn, is they say, if I have a sports field close to me, what would I do with Dexter? Well, by chance I do, and I'm going to show you now. So this is where I teach, or I'm starting to teach Dexter to run in a straight line whichever direction I point in. And kindly, as you can see, somebody's marked out the rugby pitch. So I use these lines because they're great for teaching a dog to run in straight lines. But to start with, I'm not going to drop the dummy at the top corner and walk all the way back there and send him, because he won't get it. He just won't get it. So we start nice and short, just to build up his confidence, and then we'll go from there. So, come here. Next, come. Good boy. So, instead of just throwing the dummy, what I do to start with, and I will show you what he's like with thrown dummies in a minute, because we've been working on it. But to start with, I'm going to put him on a lead. Now hopefully I'll tilt the camera down. So he's there, the dummy's in my hand, and we're going to walk out to where I want it to drop. I don't want him pulling me, so I just need to keep him the heel. So when I drop it, I'm going to give him the command of leave it, heel. That's it. And then I'm going to turn around, go back to this junction, then I'm going to point straight at it, and he literally can't fail. Sit up. So just push his bum down, sit. Now we've worked on this, so we shouldn't leg it, when I take his lead off. Sit, sit, away. Good boy, good lad. Good lad. Here. Ah. Good lad. Come here. Sit. Sit. Hold. 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 Dead. Dead. Good boy. To the grass. Away. And then that goes. Go on. Back in the pocket. And we walk on. Because, as you can see, one retrieval and suddenly that adrenaline spike's kicked in. If I do this for 20 minutes with these dummies, he's going to be blowing it like everything. But that's 30 yards he's just gone for that retrieve. Can't really fail. But I know if I send him from one end of the pitch to the other, he'll get to about, from that end to about here, then he'll start spinning and going over there, and then he'll go over here, and then he'll run back to me. Because he's just a young dog that hasn't learnt this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do another one where I'm going to put it back on the lead for this one, because we haven't done, this is the first time we've done the ones where I drop it and I walk him away and I send him back to it. We haven't done those. So I always do it with the lead to start, just so that he can't fail. Heel. So again, he's got to walk to heel. No, heel. Always a bit more pulley when there's a dummy involved, because this is what makes him tick. So I'm just going to stand here and I'll chuck it there. Leave it. There's a dummy. Heel. Good boy. And now we're going to go back to what, 30, the halfway line, and that's on the 22. So that's probably another third on top of what he was the last time. So now we're back to here. Just a lot further. Sit up. Boy, sit. 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 So he's like a course. Away. I point straight at it, and he goes straight line. Good lad. Good boy. Good boy. Here. Dexter. Here. Come. Sit. 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 Hold. Hold. Dead. Good boy. Okay. So, as you can see, he doesn't like to let things go. And I was doing this with tennis balls, but as you can imagine, a tennis ball in his mouth, he can grip it a lot harder. So I've gone to dummies, because I get my hand either side and he grips it a lot less. But now he's gone running off over there, which is fine. I just want him to stay by me. So I'm just going to zigzag around the field, and I'm going to pip if he has to go, if he goes too far. So as you can see, he's really good, to be fair to him. Like, don't get me wrong, he is nowhere near the finished article. He's probably 40%. Good boy. But for 15, 16 weeks, that's really good, because good boy. I know people have had dogs 3 years and it ain't half as good as him now. People keep saying to me, when are you going to take him on a shoot? Not a chance. He's sure to blow his brains, literally blow his brains. But anyway, back to this. So he's just having a nice little run round. I'm just letting him be a dog. He's sniffing. He's probably looking for something to eat. But I want him to be a dog. But also he's just run around. He's waiting. He'll check in with me a lot, because he's waiting for me to say, you can have this. So I will do this every time I come to this field with him, one-to-one. I have done it with him and Billy together, but as you can imagine, it's a lot harder. Come on, good boy. So I'm just going to do a little sit with him in a minute, because we've been working on this as well. He's actually not too bad. Say, for some dog that's never had the input, he's not bad. We'll see now. Come on. So look, there he stops, but he doesn't sit up. He doesn't always put his bum down. Sometimes he'll stop and stand, sometimes he'll sit, and sometimes he'll hover. Sit up. So now he's just got to stay there. In my head, I'm going 10 seconds. But he can do this for a lot longer. If his bum starts to lift up, I go back, put it down, and I start that process again. So now I always go to him. Good boy. Get on. So whilst I'm training the dog with that sit whistle, I always go back to him, praise him for not moving, and then release him. If you've watched any of the videos with Billy, because he's now trained, sometimes I'll go back to him, other times I'll send him from a sit for a retrieve. Dexter's not at that level, but we'll get there. Come on, Dex. But this is literally a 20-minute session, and he only get 4 retrieves. But he's just like, he doesn't run off, you know. To be fair to him, the 2 retrieves he's done today on this video are probably the worst 2 he's done for a while. He's been really, really sharp coming back. I'll do 1 more scent retrieve, which is what I've just done, where we're going to drop it. But this time we're going to go half length for the pitch and just see how much he remembers, because this is the art of this. If he remembers nothing, then we've got some work to do. Come here. Come here. Good lad. Right, so we're going to... Come here. So this time, right, leave it, heel, good lad. No, let's move his whistle away. So you see, now he's pulling a bit, so I've just got to be a bit more consistent with the heel, because if he keeps pulling me, he's not getting it. He has to learn as he gets older. He's still a young dog. He's got to learn that if he pulls me, so at the moment, because he's learning, I'm going to send him. When he gets better at this, if he started to pull me like that, I turn around, walk back, fetch that, put it back pocket, and he doesn't get it. But it's like, got to make him learn first. Come here. Sit. So I just bring my knee towards him like that, so you can see it. I just bring my knee like that, and he sits. Sit. 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 Away. Let's see, that's half a length for rugby pitch. Bingo. Come, good lad. So as he's coming towards me now, I'm going to go over towards these bushes, because they stop him running around me. Good lad. Sit. Good boy. Hold. 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 Dead. Good boy. Good lad. Good boy. Go on. So that's first time we've ever done that. That's half length for rugby pitch, straight line. So some people might watch this and go, well, that's a bit very easy. And exactly that. It has to be easy, because my aim would be half length for his pitch, and we'd probably do this again tomorrow. Exactly the same thing. Make him go, make him go, make him go. But the next day I might chuck the dummy, walk in 20 steps, put it down and walk into his corner and send him in a straight line that way. And then I might go that way, and then I'm going to go that way. So he's got to then learn that any straight line is a straight line. And just because the line's on the floor, he doesn't realise that, what it's for. But, come on, good lad. So now, the other thing we've been doing is where I sit him up, no lead, I throw the dummy and say leave it, and then when he's ready, I send him for it. 3 times out of 5, he'll sit and won't move. 2 times out of 5, as I throw it, he'll just go, as I expect. If he just goes, nothing I can do about it. He's already gone. He's not in a position where I can stop him on the whistle yet. But we'll try it now. Dexter, come. Good boy. Here. Sit up. Sit. See, so we've done this. Right. Sit. 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 Oh, wait. So I wait till he looks at me. Straight out. So, go. Go back over here again. Excuse me, running. Just. Good lad. Come on. Here. Good boy. Sit up. So make him sit, keep his head up in the air as I've always done. Stroke him, get the grass out of his mouth. Dead. Good boy. Good boy. Away. And in my 20-minute session with him, just like this. So that chucked one, apologies, we've done that quite a bit. Different places. Yesterday was at Woods. So that is, so far, that's 16 minutes of a 20-minute session. And he's had 4 retrieves. He's had 1 sit. He's had some recalls. So he's gone too far. So now Another one I do when I'm on the field, well, I do it quite a bit, silent dog walk. So I'm just going to turn, every time he runs past me, I'm going to turn and go the other way. Start watching what he does. You see? So now I'm starting to zigzag and I'm not walking in straight lines. He doesn't want to go away from me because he's now going, what if he throws that dummy? Because that's what drives him. Now, the big question will be is, will he make a gun dog? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Whether I use him for beating or whether I use him for picking up, I don't know. He's got the drive for beating, definitely got the drive. And that might be good for him to start, might have a season doing that. Picking up, he'd be okay. The big thing I work on is his release. Because obviously with a dummy, he holds it, not firm, but sometimes, as you can see, I've got to ask him a few times for it. As soon as I stand still, it goes in a straight line. So watch now. I'll start walking away, look. So straight away, oh no, I've got to go back to Dad. So he's run past me, so I'm going this way. So if I wasn't talking to the camera now, I'd just be walking. So he goes that way. Whichever way he goes, I'm going the opposite way. And if I'm out with both of them, if I'm out with both the dogs and I decide to do a bit of joint training, which I have done, then what I'll do is Biddy will stay tighter. So as soon as Dexter goes too far, Biddy will get a retrieve. And then straight away Dexter's like, oh. So then he very rarely in one session will more than once go too far. Good boy. He won't go too far more than once because he thinks he's missing out and Biddy's getting all the fun. Closer. But this is the fine line. So I'm going to do it now. Sit. 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 This is the fine line. If I chuck a dummy non-stop, yes, it'll stop him doing all this running off, but his drive goes through the roof. If I don't chuck a single dummy, I've got to engage him. Now on this field, I can't engage him. Sit up. If we were in long grass where there was scent, that's easy. I can engage him for 20 minutes without a retrieve. But now I'm engaging him, look. Just making him sit there, I'm engaging him because he's going, is that dummy going to come out for me? But he won't move because if he moves, he gets put back and we start the process again. So this to him is still learning. And this is what you've got to remember, people. He doesn't need to be running to learn. Making him sit and stay there like that makes him learn. Not everything is about him. So if I'm out with both of them, and I will do a video with both of them, I throw a dummy. If he flinches, Biddy gets a retrieve, as long as Biddy's steady. If Biddy flinches, Dexter gets a retrieve. If neither of them, they both flinch, neither of them get it. If neither of them flinch, then it's my choice. But they never get sent together. So, good boy. Good boy. Get on. See? So now he's going, where's my retrieve? Where's my retrieve? No, he gets a retrieve on my say-so. So yeah, so on a field like this, if you've got a sports field, you can use it for lots. And as we get better at this, because we haven't done any blind commands with him. We've done no, like where I drop it and he doesn't know it. But I will use this field. I'll walk down, I'll drop it on the halfway line, and then I'll walk to the 22. So that's only about 40 yards. I'll turn around and say back. And he'll go straight line. But again, I'll make another video on that in the next coming weeks because it's all too much for me in one session. But if anyone's not fell asleep by now or got fed up of listening to me or fed up of watching me train Dexter, thank you very much for watching as always. Please like and subscribe. It is completely free. And I'm up to about 470 subscribers now. We still, 1,000 is the goal. Dexter, come on. 1,000 is the goal because that's when, well, people who have watched my videos will know what it means. But yeah, we've got to keep the push going. If there's anyone local to me, whoever wants to come out saying watch a session, ask questions whilst I watch a session, do a joint session, by all means, I'm always willing to meet up with people. Test me, test my dogs, make them think, make them learn. Come on, Dex. But that's about all I do with him now for his 20 minutes. So he's had a 10-15 minute run over with Bill this morning. Him and Biddy had a joint session earlier at Selsey. Come on, Dex. Good boy. because I had shorter time. But this afternoon I've kept some time free so we can have 1-to-1, and Billy's just had one. Tomorrow they'll get their usual 15 minutes in the morning. Then I'm going to the field in Burlip I have access to, and they'll probably get a session on their own up there. So usually what happens, they get a leg stretch in the morning, they get a 1-to-1 with me in the day, and then later on they either get another 1-to-1 or they'll get a joint training session stroke run. But you know, we have to, depends how busy I am, what I'm up to. But anyway, that's it for today. I'm going to pick that up and then we'll get to the poo bin and he can go back in, and that being done for today. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. As always, give them dogs a cuddle from me.